Hello you guys, this is Jamie Lola Tulula, and I am here with a DT call, or response I should say, for Kitty Scrap Post, which is a digital company online, Luisa Diaz's, and she was holding an open DT call for as long as she felt like she wanted to leave it open. So hopefully I am still within that time window that she wanted. And I have made a junk journal, because you guys know I do love my junk journals, and I have used several papers from some vintage images like these. This is actually Summer Garden, and I just printed these out on a regular piece of paper just to show you the names. And this is Ephemera's Vintage Garden online, and I also used Eclectic Anthology papers online. So I did not have any of the Kitty Scrap Post ones, and she just came out with a wonderful, fun, spooky kind of Halloween one that I want to use, but obviously it didn't go with my theme. So I'm going to go ahead and show you this and get to it. I bought this book here from a bookshop, not a bookshop, but a thrift store, and it was much thinner, but I love the title. I don't know why, it just stuck to with me. The color, I loved it. The size, I just absolutely love. It's awesome. Love the size. Look at that. So love the size, and pull that out for you. Love the size, and it was thinner than this. So what I had to do was I had to rip apart the insides, of course, take that all out. And then I actually cut the book and had to make it another spine because I wanted a very large spine. So this is 2.5 to 3 inches wide. I then went ahead and cut all the pages, and I made 6 signatures, and I sewed them in over the duct tape binding. So let me go ahead and get busy with showing you what's in this actual book. Okay, so here we go. On the inside, I made the covers with black cardstock. And most of the cardstock is from Michaels, their brand of cardstock. I had some Graphic 45 pieces and so forth that I got in a rack, and a swap from Joe and Mike, so those are in here. And I also had some from Tina Kappa, so I believe I used some of hers as well. So here's this one, and it's on top of a bag. I love using my paper bag, so there's the paper bag. Then here are 2 like belly bands that I made using some of the digital papers, which are absolutely yummy. So we can see that, and it's like a faint design on there, which is just totally awesome. I love it. And then I put these tags. So here's this little owl. How cute is he, right? So this little owl with his top hat, and it goes in there. And this one has a clock, and those are from digital papers. I had this paper I got from the thrift store as well, and it's this deep kind of yummy color. Hopefully you can see that. And it's got little speckles in it. It's like a parchment paper. And then I inked some of the pages up with a Tim Holtz green. I can't remember which green it is right now. And so there's this, and then there is this Graphic 45 peacock piece, which is just yummy. Okay, love it. More paper, and then this is the first time I ever tea-dyed paper. So I put all the tea-dyed pages that I had made in this book, because this one's for me. So it's not got a lot of stamping in it and so forth, because I'm actually going to use it for myself to write and draw and sketch. So then there are some other pages. I put some of the book pages back inside, and then here's another one of those sentiment corners from Graphic 45, I believe. And pages. And here is a section that I absolutely love as well. So the back piece here, or this piece here, was a kind of craft color paper doily that I saw at Hobby Lobby. So I picked it up, cut it in quarters, and then I used that to make a pocket in this stamp. And then here's one of the digital papers, which is this cool little bird guy. He's got his bird on, which is kind of creepy. So I kind of liked it. And this is from the other digital paper that I cut out. So there's 2 sets in there. Then here is another digital printout. And you guys, if you have not done digital, you guys know I do my own digital images. So if you haven't done digital, you need to, because it saves so much money and you get so much for it. You can resize it, you can flip it, turn it, cut it, put multiple pieces together on one page. You can, if you're computer savvy, you can take them and layer them up on the computer so that when you print them out, they're already layered up. So this is another digital piece, and then there's a pocket there. More of that parchment paper. Here is a tag. It says be fearless and be an individual. And I inked over it with some vintage photo, and then down that side strip is some paper tape that I got from Tuesday morning actually. Here's another paper bag. Here's another page, and this background here is a printable. That was an 8x8, 8x by 11 sheets, and then it had different squares of types of paper. And then this is a graphic 45 piece that I put on top. And then the next signature starts with more paper, and then a graphic 45 piece on it, and some black, and it's an envelope. So there's a black envelope here, and there's a put a tag there. More paper, and so like I said, I didn't stamp everything. Here is another example of using the digital printouts. So I have this piece here is actually a graphic 45 piece. I used a Martha Stewart punch on that black stamp, made an envelope, and then here are the tags for the printables. So this is a printable, and this is one, gorgeous, and this is one to stick right back on in here, and you have some extra tags. Love it. Then I did do some stamping with this because I do love these paper clips, and I got these in a swap. And then this tag, I used this stamp that I got from Chi-Town Tracy's shop. There's another one of the corners of that doily, and it's a tuck spot. And I glued it down so it would really stay down, so you could actually just stick something in there and not have to be a whole page. Then here's another one of those graphic 45 pieces. More paper to write, tea dyed. And it's not as dark as coffee dye, but I don't like the smell of coffee. So I don't drink it, I don't like it, so I don't have coffee. And I didn't want to make my house smell like coffee. So here's another printable that I used to glue down and do a tuck spot with. There's that. Here's another graphic 45 piece on a piece of paper bag with some paper tape down the side. Another graphic 45 piece. And I want to say it came from Steampunk Debutante, not quite sure. And then more dyed papers. Here's another section. I put some paper tape down here, made a pocket using that Martha Stewart punch. Here is a printable, so you can see where that printable is coming back in. Here's that printable, and then on this side there's another printable, so I just made a little booklet. And then here's an additional printable. So it's this postcard, which is totally cool. So if you can see him. And I'm hoping this is coming out well because this is a new camera that I'm trying. So probably shouldn't have done that, but I thought you'd be able to see items better. Here's some more pages. I just left this paper clip, this round little paper clip there, because I love those. And they're thick, too. They're thick wire. So then here goes another signature. And graphic 45 pages. Printables everywhere. So I actually glued this printable down, so you can see that. It's glued down here, and then this one is the other part of that page, and I used that as a tag in there. There is another bag, put the bag in there, and this is actually an ATC that I got in a swap, and it's not going to show. I don't know why it doesn't want to show you, but it's an ATC anyway, and it's dimensional, but it works really well in here. And because there's a lot of space, it doesn't make it too bulky. So then the next signature has more. Here's a pocket, There's a tag, and then I made another little booklet that has an adventure with vellum over it, and then it has this little tag in here that I put in there, and he's on a piece of paper that's in here. So there's this little booklet of the printable on the outside. Oh, excuse me, I'm doing this with one hand. Then the tag, but the tag is glued down to a postcard that's glued down, so it's like a page in there, which I love that. So I thought that was a fun way to put that in there. Another page with graphic 45. Just plain paper to write on. Paper tape down the edge. Another printable on an envelope on the side here that you could put stuff in. There's that. Here's another printable. All these are printables with the tag. I attached the tag and then put additional printables
behind there. So I'll throw that back in there. Has a tuck spot. Tuck spot. Spot, 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 spot. Out. Darn spot. Out. Okay, that was my bad.
And then I made a tuck spot this way with this printable. So most of the images here are printables. They're either from the Eclectic Anthology or Paper Garden. Not Paper Garden. I'm sorry. Ephemera's Vintage Garden. So there's some tea-dyed paper that I had gotten or put together. There's some more book pages. Here's an additional set of printables. And these are all layered up, so they're just stuck down on the page. More inking. Here's this one. It's another one of those fold-out flaps. There's a printable. And then I put this tag down here. So it's actually glued to the page, which I thought that was so fun. Then, let's see, more papers, more writing papers. I was just so proud. Here's another digital printout that I used as a tuck spot at the top. One of these lovely thick. Oh, this is actually a list from Pocket Full of Vintage. I wanted that. Was the first thing I put in my journal. And here's some more of that paper tape down here. And doily, graphic 45, and printable. Yes. So, yeah. And I was a little intimidated by doing the digital paper, even though I've done, but you guys, it's so easy and it's so fun. And then this was just a card I had stamped, and I just wanted it like a bookmark, so it's there. And then more printables and some black paper, and it's on a bag, so there's that. And then there's another set of black edging in here so that it's all ready to go. Another one of those buds. It's a bud, it's a plane. It's Super Ducky. Super Rubber. You guys remember Super Rubber? Now that is Steampunk Debutante. And I just glued that on with the seam binding at the top, so it looks like it comes out, but it doesn't. I just like that little extra little flip up there. So that's kind of cool. Then another one of the quarters of the doily. Paper tape again. Graphic 45 again. Book pages again. More paper. A little piece of graphic 45 on a black envelope. Another printable, which these are so cool. You have to try it, ladies and gents. Try digital images, try digital printing. Here's a pocket graphic 45, a piece of tea-dyed paper, and I just stamped all over it with the ink pad. Oops, I need to glue that one back down. Some more paper, tea-dyed paper. And then this page, it has some Steampunk Debutante on it, and another envelope, and I did the same thing here with a little bit of seam binding, even though the tag doesn't move. And these are some papers that I absolutely love. I got these in a rack, And I'll be putting these throughout the book, so I just went ahead and paper clipped those in. And then there's the end of my book. So, and here's what the back looks like. So I'll stick these tags back in there later. But that is my book, my jumbo vintage book, using several digital printables. And I hope you like it. And thank you for the DT call. And thanks everybody for watching. And I will see you in another video. Thanks. Bye-bye.